Well, just like Kendrick said, now that the BMAs are over, I think it's time for the party to die, cause Kendrick just dragged Nicki Minaj for filth for hating on him, and it looks like she might be getting that Drake treatment because Nicki went off on Kendrick and Jay-Z after it was announced that Kendrick would be performing at the Super Bowl next year. But you probably didn't get the memo that Kendrick is not the one you want to mess with, because he is as savage and petty as Elf doesn't hold back his punch as well. He had a lot to say about Nicki, and then clowned her for going on a coke-ar against him, and teased his diss track against her and Drake. And it looks like Nicki has unleashed the beast, because Kendrick came for her, and he came for her hard butt. If we're being fair, Nicki went on that rant because she was defending her friend and mentor Lil Wayne, who she believed should be the one to perform at the Louisiana Super Bowl. But Kendrick got caught in the middle. But on the other hand, a lot of people of Wool believed that she was throwing stones and hiding her hands because it seemed like her real target was Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and she was just using Lil Wayne as a cover to shade Jay. Now, for context, Nicki has had a long-time beef with Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and she has often taken advantage of situations in the past to throw shade. For example, when Mag Thee Stallion shaded her in her song Hiss earlier this year, Nicki was so convinced that Jay-Z and Roc Nation had put Megan up to do it, she said B thinks she a bully cuz she get a Roc Nation brunch of B be mad at party, he had all your tea, but you taking shots, and my family get up on your good foot, go apologize to your mother, you nasty serpent. She also posted a screenshot of an ad by Roc Nation on Twitter where they were promoting this song, and she said, spending so much money. But she's a little broken dependent artist, Desiree. You got to let it go, baby. The world knows she's ass and can't rap. Stop trying to make fetch happen. I just put out a song with no promo, no video. It's already #2. This blogger summed up the issue nicely, saying that beef really over H and Yance, and how she don't mess with old girl anymore like that. B Ben fell back no matter what's posted on social media after this in real life. They don't want their name attached to old boy with a criminal record. She then went on Twitter Spaces to accuse Jay-Z and Roc Nation of sponsoring a hate campaign against her.
And the paid for TikToks and the paid for tweets, to the point where people got their little $250 for their tweet to say something bad about Nicki Minaj, and then the next day it was like, bitch, yeah, anyway, I'm going, right? I'm listening to Bigfoot. So I don't know why anybody of that, and I'm not talking about any rapper, I'm talking about a company or companies.
So yeah, she still don't like Jay-Z very much. And if you're wondering why her beef for Jay-Z has anything to do with her current rant or her brewing beef with Kendrick, it's because Roc Nation and Apple Music are co-producers of the Super Bowl halftime show, which means that Jay-Z got a huge say in who gets to perform at the Super Bowl, which directly translates to the fact that he approved Kendrick as the performer. And for some reason, Nicki took this as a personal slight against her, and she went off on Jay-Z in Twitter, accusing him of sabotaging and disrespecting Lil Wayne. Just to get back at her, she wrote, I love watching the whole industry play dumb time after time. The truth is the truth. No matter who tells it, picking and choosing who y'all accept truth from, then Bam Pow might tell you a joke, but won't tell you a lie. She also said, go and enjoy your money before it's too late, denying the young man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman. Drake and Nicki got you, punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the Go Nola What's Good. Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out a white man. It's sad, but it's good for them. No loyalty. Well, then ninjas will keep sunning you. She continued, one ninja took a knee, the other ninja took the bag. He going to get you ninjas in line. Every time got everything in the world. Still spiteful and evil, disgusting. Be happy, I beg. Go be happy, ninja and rap. Business and women business. When you got the politicians and police, you good though, plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. But who's the Laffy Taffy alien? No, she not talk about. B, she also said. And by the way, you don't know the half of what Lil Wayne has done for me and others. Wayne had Drake and I on his tour with no papers signed. He was on All of my mixtapes with no paper signed. This man has literally changed the face of hip-hop, the hair too. If you know, you know, he inspired so many to tap at their faces and get locks, inspired your faves to want to be a great C. He never was in this for the money. It's always been for the love of music. She ended her rant with God forbid if Wayne was to leave this earth right now, the culture would be in mourning. That's why so many people keep saying to give our legends their flowers while they're still around, to smell them sitting around all day playing games with people and legacy guarding sleep. But to be fair to Nicki, her rant was not exactly out of the blue sea. Next year's Super Bowl is going to be held in New Orleans, which is Lil Wayne's hometown. So there were high hopes that he was going to be the one headlining the show. Lil Wayne has also said years ago that one of his biggest dreams was to perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Think about this for a second. Lil Wayne, headline Super Bowl in New Orleans. How badly do you want to hear those words?
Just as bad as I would want to see my name at the top of that list when I was that whatever age it was, and I would bust into the office and get that Billboard magazine. This has nothing to do with, and that's so crazy, that it has nothing to do with the sport as an artist. You perform for the what?
Yeah, right. Excuse me.
You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, going to a Super Bowl before and watching the halftime show.
It's nothing like it.
And wishing, you know, like, when you see the artist, you be like, I know they could have sung the song that I was featured on. I'm featured on everybody's song.
Yeah, they could have brought me out.
You could have brought me out.
Could have brought me out.
Kendrick was announced as the headliner. Some people felt a way about that, and Little Manager wrote confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all inspired. We'll never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decisions now. Everybody seems to be hung up on the argument that Wayne should perform because it's his hometown. But if you look at this list of Super Bowl performances in the last 30 years, only 3 artists have performed in their hometown, which tells us that the home HWN argument doesn't really hold much weight. I mean, Beyonce wasn't even asked to perform in her hometown of Houston, and y'all know how hard she reps H-Town. It's going down. But that's not all, because a lot of people also felt like Lil Wayne should be not even considered. But don't get me wrong, he is a GOAT and will always remain one, but he's just not as hot in 2024 as he was, and back in the 2010s. Back then, he had the rap game unlocked, and he was one of the biggest artists in the world. He should have gotten to perform at the Super Bowl back then, because very few artists were touching his greatness at the time. That's just not the case right now. He reportedly has addiction issues, and he can't even remember his lyrics half the time when he's on stage.
I forget a lot, but it's only forgotten when it's time to perform it.
Right.
Yeah, when it's time, if you ask me what I said and we in the conversation and you ask me what I said, it's right off back. I know exactly what I said is unforgettable. Because also, what that said, all we do is smoke, but all I also do is work.
Fans have also pointed out that his recent performances have been made to say the least. And fans try to point this out to Nicki, like this person that said the first rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show needed to be someone who will represent the art to its highest degree. That was not Lil Wayne in 2024. However, Nicki was not trying to hear all that. And she said, God will punish you, mark my words. The man that has not only pushed his pen the hardest, but gave the game more than one hit. Pop icon as well on his watch, represent the rap game, the best rapper. Don't represent the rap game well enough for you black people. Wow, if this don't hurt your heart to read it. Well, one day, look at how our legends keep being treated after they've given so much to us. Okay, Nicki, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Lil Wayne, and his relevance to the culture can never be taken away from him. And like I said, it's kind of insulting that he was never asked to headline the Super Bowl before now. But if we're being honest, Kendrick is a hotter artist right now. But speaking of Kendrick, an insider revealed that he feels the type of way about Nicki's rant and took it personally.